Hello, hello everyone. Happy Thursday. All right, I'm trying to get pulled up here on my laptop. I think I have everything straight and ready to go. I do need to make myself mute over here on the computer. All right, let's see if I can get it pulled up. I hope you all have had a great week so far. It has been an uneventful one, which we like. We like all the uneventful weeks for sure. All right, let's see if I can get over there. It's taking me a little longer than I anticipated, but that is okay. There we go. All right. And then let me get my comments pulled up. Yeah, I'm still learning Facebook again. Only because, well, you know, it is different than it was back in the day when I was doing a lot of Facebook Lives every week. So, all right, so here we are. I wanted to go over just a couple of things before we really get started. Hello, Sharon. How are you? We are working tonight on 3 alternative projects using the paper pumpkin. If you have never done paper pumpkin before, this is an amazing kit that gets mailed every single month directly to your house. Sometimes there are cards, sometimes there are 3D boxes or bags or, you know, tags, things like that. They always kind of do change it up a little bit, but they mostly do cards. And the great thing about them is the price point is around $26. That includes your tax, your shipping. It might be a little bit more than that. I'm trying to think of the exact pricing off the top of my head, but the number is not coming to me. But it's around $26 a month. And you typically get 8 to 9 projects every month. That's really good. Not only that, you always get a full stamp set that goes along with it. You also get an ink spot that goes along with it. For this month, it was the shaded spruce. I actually put mine in like a little bin and let people fill up bags and use that. And then I always use my full ink pad to stamp with so that I can kind of give away the actual little ink spots. And it comes with colored full instructions. So I absolutely love the paper pumpkins because they're already done for you. So they're easy things. I always love the birthday and the holiday ones. So those are typically my favorite ones every year. Anyway, so here were the cards that we actually made on Monday. So we made this one. And then we made this one, which are the 2 cards on how they are intended to be made. And then, of course, I always do some alternatives. So when you get the kit every month, then you can also watch the video that I do, and we always do at least 3. Sometimes there's more, but there's always at least 3. This one I have at least, I have 3 projects that we are going to do, and we are going to do those tonight. For this month, the October kit, it coordinates with the Winterly Treetops bundle. Well, there's like a whole suite that goes with it. And so this one is one of those that I fell in love with and immediately, well, I got it for an event that Stampin' Up! Was doing. And I was like, yeah, it's not really my thing, but I like the bird, so, you know, I'll go ahead and get it. And it has fastly become one of my top 5 bundles and suites in the whole catalog. So I think one of my favorite parts too is the linen thread that goes along with it. But, and I'll show you that really quick since I'm sitting here at my desk, because I still have not figured out how to zoom in from my standing desk. But here are the linen thread that coordinate with the suite itself. And it is currently still on back order, but it is coming back in at the beginning of November. And I can promise you this, once it is back in, I will be ordering it for those who had club last month, but I will also be ordering probably 5 or 6 for myself because I absolutely love linen thread, as most of you know. And for it to also be in color, oh, make my heart melt, right? All right, so let's dive into our 3 projects. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we do that, let me tell you that right now Stampin' Up! Also does other kits every month besides just the paper pumpkin. They come out with 2 every single month, and right now they are 30% off. And so right now is the best time to get these kits because you can stock up on some Christmas tag ones. There's an ornament one that we're going to be doing in bingo in December, so that's going to be fun. And there are like journaling ones, there's like a memory keeping one, that kind of thing. So right now is a great time to get that 30% off. The other thing is the starter kit special is still going on. With anybody who purchases the starter kit right now, you get $155 worth of products for still the $99 that the kit is every month. Our little team is called Stamping Divas. We have a great time. If you would like to test us out, that's what I like to tell people. If you'd like to test us out and come to one of our meetings before you make a commitment, it not only is, you know, this a great deal, but we also love, or every month is a great time to join Stampin' Up! It's a community that is an amazing just friendship that has grown, and our team, we have a great time together. But if you want to test us out, we would love for you just to come and join one of our team meetings. We meet the second Tuesday of every month, and we do it by Zoom, so you can do it right in the comfort of your home in your pajamas. So if you are ever interested in just coming and seeing what we're all about, we'd love to have you. So come on and join us with that. And before I move on to our actual paper pumpkin alternatives for tonight, this is a sneak peek of what next month will be. I might have upped my ante on them because I'm super excited about these little stockings. So if you have any questions about joining Paper Pumpkin, let me know and I will be happy to give you information on it. And hello, Deb. Oh, girl, I agree with you. Linen thread in every single color would make my heart the happiest of all. It makes my heart putter just a little bit when we have linen thread that comes in any kind of color. Okay, so let's dive into our projects. I ran out of baskets, and so all of them are in one, so just bear with me. If I have them, I think I have everything in order. But you know, sometimes things get a little wonky. Yep, there we go. Okay. So this one right here is one we're going to do first. I'll move that basket right over there. We are going to grab our packet, and I pulled in, so with every kit, just about every month, you will get some little glue dots that come on a sheet like this. Y'all, I collect these because I use them, but look at this. Over all the years that I have been doing Paper Pumpkin, look at all the ones I still have. I don't think I'll ever get rid of them, ever. And this is what I mainly use, except for when I'm doing my lives. But today, we're going to use it since we're doing a kit. And I love them. I love the sheets of them. Probably more than I like the rolls of them. But anyway, all right, so let's dive in. And we're gonna change up our bird just a little bit on this one because I didn't want to open another kit. So we're gonna do these 2 birds as our background, or as our little area there instead of the red one. Okay. So let's do our sentiment, and our sentiment comes from this one right here, which is Hang an Ornament. This is going to be a YouTube live very soon. We're going to do some projects with it. And if you come to my in-person class, we're going to be making a card with this one in November. So I'm super excited about that one. It's a different, and I know Kathy on our team had some questions on it. So I even have some cards that we are going to do on our next team meeting to show how that actually works. So Maggie is coming over to say hey to me because I am talking, but she's not whining. Yay! Okay, let's go ahead and do our sentiment. We're going to do Shaded Spruce for our color. And there we go. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you the couple of stamp sets I got from our new online exclusive. I forgot to show them the other night, so I'm hoping I will remember tonight. All right, I need to move this down just a little bit more. I'm not standing up like I normally do, so we're going to see if I get that straight. That's pretty good. We're going to go with that. All right, so that's all the stamping we're going to have for this one. And we're going to set that aside for just a minute. I'm going to emboss this, and we're going to emboss it with the coordinating folder that comes from that Winterly Treetop, and it's called Birchwood, and it's a 3D. And it is ginormous. So if we take a half a sheet of cardstock, let's see, I've got one right here. So you take a half a sheet of cardstock, that is how wide, or I guess how long that is. And then it's almost the same. It's a little bit wider. So these are pretty large embossing folders, which is great because then it covers a lot of ground. So we're going to emboss it with that, and I'm going to line it up where we kind of have a little bit more embossing detail. We could even do it up over here if you wanted. I think I'm going to do this one though, right here. And then we're going to close it, and then I'm going to run it through the machine right here next to me. I'll take just a second. And just so that you know, when you are doing our 3D embossing folders, you're going to have this gray plate that comes with the machine, and then you'll have your folder with your paper inside, and then you will just have the platform, which is number 1. And that is all you need. You don't need the other plates that go along with it, or you won't be able to get it through it. All right, so there we go. Now, I did, in the sample, I actually took and added some ink to the background. We're not going to do that because my heating tool is on the other side of the room at my normal station. But you can do that just to give it a little bit more definition. Don't forget, this is slick. And so you'll want to make sure it's completely dry before you actually put it onto your card. Otherwise, you're going to end up with Shaded Spruce all over you. So just know that. Hello, Lisa. Hey, Lisa, I got your message, and I will, yes, ma'am. I will absolutely. I'm pretty sure that was you that just messaged me a little while ago. It came through on my watch, but I couldn't fully read it. So it was crazy. But yes, I think it was you, and I will call you when we are done. All right, so let me grab my other pieces here. We're going to attach our... Sorry, I'm like backwards, I feel. Usually everything is to my left because I'm left-handed. And tonight everything is to my right because that's where I have the room to put everything on this side and not on that side. So, all right, let's adhere our piece right here. And you could even use this side. But I asked Ben's opinion, and he said he liked the darker wood. So I went with the darker wood. Because originally I was going to go with the lighter because I like it a lot. And it kind of gives it that Christmassy look with the white. But he said the darker looked better. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So we've got that on there. Now we're going to take and adhere this right to the front as well. And we're going to go ahead and use liquid glue only because it'll make it a little bit easier to adhere it. For me anyway, for the purpose of going from top to bottom. All right. And then how I'll just make sure that it is lined up with the edge of the cardstock is I just kind of stack it like a stack of papers. All right, there we go. Now, we are going to use something that I really haven't used much of, and these are some woven golden leaves. So we're going to attach these behind our birds. So let's go ahead and put all these pieces together. And you'll notice there's some spacing here, and that's because our single bird with just the little two branches is going to go right about here. So we can actually move it over a little bit more. So it's going to go there. And we're going to put dimensionals on that one. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3. And let's get this out and over there. Okay, so then we're going to, it is all sticking to me. All right, so we're going to stick this right about here. There we go. And then we're going to take this piece here and we're going to just add it right down here to the bottom. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of adhesive right across. Actually, you know what? We probably need to put a dimensional right here. Let's do that, like that. And then we can put a little bit of snail adhesive right here, and then right there. All right, and then we will attach right about here. Okay, all right, there we go. And then let's take, and we're just gonna lay it right about here. I will say I definitely like the red better, but we're gonna be okay with this. All right, we're gonna take 3 of our little leaves and we're gonna adhere them together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my seal and I'm just gonna put it down at the bottom. Just one little line of seal. And then we're going to attach it like that. And then we're going to attach this one right here. Okay, then we're going to flip it over and we're going to put adhesive across the back like that. We're going to pick it up off of there. All right, and then we're going to attach it to the back of the birds. And you know what? Let's put some adhesive here. There we go. We're going to attach it there. Ta-da, ta-da. Okay. I think I put that adhesive on the wrong side because it needed to attach to the birds first. But then this will attach down to the bottom anyway. All right. Then and you know what? I was right. Hold on. We're going to stick that there. Okay. And then we're going to take, let's see, 2 more. And we're going to attach them down here. So let's take that and that. And then we're going to take and put this one right here. And we're going to face it down toward the bottom like that. Okay, then we're going to take this and we're going to put dimensionals all over the back. maybe. And then this is going to get popped up. And I'm going to put quite a few on here only because it is a lot that's kind of put together there. So I just want to make sure everything stays. And I think that should be enough. That might be a little too much, but it'll be all right. Always better to have more when it comes to your adhesive and your dimensionals than not enough. Very opposite of when you're putting color down. A little bit, and then you can add more. All right, so now we're just going to place these right here, like that. And then we're going to take our ribbon, which is this gold here. We're going to tie a bow, and it's going to be a medium-sized bow. I struggle with this ribbon for some reason. It twists a lot for me, and I seem to not be able to get it to work very well. I think about it too much, and so then it just messes me up. There we go. All right, and then we're going to make it just a little smaller, not too much smaller. Okay. Then we're going to pull it tight. We're going to take our scissors and we'll trim off there and trim off there. We'll grab one of these glue dots right there. And see, I just pick it up with my finger, with my nail. I just literally, and I don't have much nails. And I just pick it up and it picks the whole thing up off. And then you just stick it onto, and then you take that backing off. You can also use take your pick tool. That is always a good way too as well. And then we're just going to lay it right there. We're going to take our sentiment. We're going to put a little bit of adhesive over here, like that. And then we are going to, let's put all that back in there so I don't get it all messed up. We're going to put dimensionals on the other half. And we'll see, I think we'll be okay with 2. And then we're going to adhere this right here over that. And then let's add our embellishments. And we'll use take our pick tool for that, or take your pick tool. We're going to do the gold. And here's the gold, and then you've got small and large ones. So we'll do both. We're going to do a little, and we'll do another little one right here. We'll do a large one down here, right about there. We'll do a little one right here, and a large one. We'll do the large one right here. Okay, there we go. And that is card number 1. Now, I did forget to tell y'all. Oh, hey, Lori. Oh, yeah. We haven't gotten too far. Thankfully, this is our first card. I do like the red one better. I like it with the red cardinal better. I believe that's a cardinal. I love birds, but I'm not very good at telling you what they are. I think I like it. I like this one better, but that one is definitely not bad at all either. All right, so that is card number 1. And oh, what I was saying was, I forgot to tell y'all at the very beginning, there is a blog post that you can go to that will give you all of the measurements of the cardstock that's used and the products that were used. And then you do get this one if you place an order between by tomorrow, then you can get the kit, and it'll be just your paper. I can't stamp anything, but you would get like the pieces to create your cards. That will all get mailed to you next week, but you can, you'll place your order. It has to be $35 before tax and shipping, and then you can get that mailed to you for free. Thank you, Lori. I thought it was, but you know, sometimes I second guess myself. I second guess myself a lot with birds and trees and all that, but I love them. I love them a lot. Okay, let's do our second card. And I love Love, love, love this one. I love the birds, but I actually really like the fact that it's got the little red pieces that are coming out. You know, Christmas, I traditionally like the red and the green, but I really like blue and silver at Christmas too. But with this whole suite of products, I love the additional red that gets added in, that you can add in just to kind of step it up. And then, of course, they've got copper clay that you can do as well, which is a really good additional color for these. So, all right, so let's go ahead and pull out our pieces. We're going to do some dissecting with our little pieces here. And this is the background die from the suite from the holiday catalog. All right, so this will be for our inside. We're going to set that aside for just a minute. We're going to go ahead and attach this to our bottom piece. And this is from the Market Designer Series paper, which is kind of cool that you can use paper that's meant for, you know, like the farmer's market for Christmas. It's the perfect green to use. All right, so we're going to attach this down here in the bottom. I also love plaid at Christmas. I have the red and white and then black and white buffalo check stuff. That's my Christmas decorations. So, Deb, you said definitely a St. Louis card. Okay, good. I thought, but you never know sometimes. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to take our ribbon and we are going to wrap it around. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take a little bit of seal and I'm going to put it right here. And then I'm going to come over to this side and I'm going to put it on that side right there. We are going to take our little holder out. I'm going to move these so that I don't get them in my finger in a little while. We're going to attach this right there, and then we're going to wrap it around. Now, that's a little too low because what I want to do is I want it to sit and cover up that area right there. So let's do... I might have to move it up some. I thought I was picking the right spot, but apparently I was not. Okay. All right. So we've got the right spot there. So right here, let's just take some more seal and put it right there. And then we can put it down. There we go. And then we'll trim off here. All right, and then we're going to flip it over, make sure we've still got it straight. There we go. All right, now we're going to get the sentiment, and I know I'm kind of doing it in a backwards way, but I wanted to make sure that I put this, and then I line up the sentiment in the proper place. So what I'm going to do is turn it so that it's upside down, and then we are going to stamp it upside down. Now, you could use Early Espresso for the ink, but I actually used basic black. Either color is fine. All right, so we'll get a good ink up. And then we're going to flip the sentiment so it's upside down. And then we're going to come down and stamp. And then we're going to say a little prayer and make sure that it is straight. And I think that is pretty good. All right, so now let's do our pieces here. We are going to take and add a little bit of adhesive right across here. And we're going to attach, just like we did on the last card, we're going to attach this one right there. And I'm going to just kind of lay this here. And we're going to start adhering some of our little pieces. Now I've got 2 branches cut out that are just individual branches, and we are going to stick these up underneath here. So what I'm going to do is grab some glue dots, and we're going to put it on the back of each one of these. And then we're going to take off the glue dot, and we're going to stick it right there. And then we'll do the same thing to this one. Just like that. All right, and then we're going to start building up around the bottom here. And so we are going to take our pieces here. We're going to cut that, and then we're going to make this come out right about here, like that. So all we're going to do is add adhesive to this, and then we're just going to make sure that we cover up that adhesive. All right, and then let's trim off. We're going to actually trim off that right there. And we're going to trim off a good chunk of that. And then we'll do this one. All right. All right, so we'll put some adhesive here. And then we're going to adhere that there. We'll put some adhesive here. And we're going to put this one here. Like that. Now we want to add some up over here. So we want to make sure that when we add it to the side over here, that we're not adding so much that it hangs off. We want to make sure we don't do that. So let's take this section here, and we'll take this section. We're going to put adhesive, and then we can attach like that. And then we'll take another little section, trim off there, add some adhesive, and we're going to add that one right there. And again, I'm just going to lay it there, make sure I'm not going over, and I am a little bit, so we're going to take this and move it back a little bit more, like that. Okay, and then I want to add just maybe one more right there. So I'm going to grab this single one here. And we'll put some adhesive. And then we're going to stick, and actually what we're going to do with this one is we're going to stick it up underneath the ribbon here so that it gets hidden behind, because you've got that little opening right there. So we're going to hide that up underneath that ribbon. All right, now I think we are good with that. So now what we're going to do is our red pieces. And what we're going to do is we're going to add glue dots to the front. So we'll do 1 and 2, 3, and 4. All right, we'll take the backs off. And then we're going to attach one here, like that. And then we will attach one. We're going to go up like this through it. There we go, because we want to add a little bit to the top too. We don't want just all of the early espresso to be at the bottom, you know, or at the top, and the red's all covered up. All right, and then let's add the last one, and we're gonna stick that one right in there. Okay, now we will pull this back up, maybe. There we go. And we're gonna put dimensionals all over the back. And I'm gonna get all of my little trash out the way. Okay, so let's add dimensionals. And we're gonna just make sure that we add enough because we wanna make sure it stays and that it goes over the ribbon. Put one there, and then we're gonna put 2 more in the center. All right. And ta-da. Okay, and then we're gonna just line this up so that all those are there. And that's it. We'll flip this over and we're gonna put dimensionals on the back of this one. And I'm gonna put this dimensional right there so that it's over that extra little adhesive that I put there, so that when, you know, it goes through the mail, it doesn't flatten and then stick to the card front. You could also use your embossing buddy and it would get that ink to, or that adhesive not to be so sticky. Then we're gonna take our card base, fold it in half, get a good burnish. And then, and then we're gonna stick it down. Make sure we're even to the best we can. And ta-da! Then we need to add our inside piece and then our embellishment. Do all 4 sides, make sure it stays in. And then we're going to stick it right here. All right, then our embellishments. Now these embellishments, I love these. They come in red and clear. You can do them as berries or you can do them as individuals. So I'm gonna do the individual ones. You could also do, the red ones are actually cherry cobbler and I used real red here. So you could still use those and it would be just fine. I don't think it would be a problem. You know, our colors are very good together, even when they are like a red or a brown. So we're gonna stick that one there and there. And then let's do one here and one here. All right, there we go. That is our card number 2. And I'm gonna put these up so that I don't mess everything up. All right, and so now for our last card, we are going to do this card right here. And I love this one. I absolutely love this one. All right. So we've got a lot of pieces here. So I'm going to put this one over here just so I can look at it. And then as we go along, you'll see it all come together. All right, I'm going to put the letters over there. See if I can find the O. There we go. All right. Now this is from the kit itself as well. It's the center of one of the card fronts. If you look at our samples, let's see if I can, there they are. So for this card here, you'll see they're fun folds, but this is actually straight out of that circle right there, or half circle or window. What it looks like to me is like a window, an arch window. So so we're going to use that piece there. And the green little piece that we used at the beginning, this piece, that came from the other card That came from the insert of this, and then I cut it down to a little bit smaller than that piece. All right. So let's take our card base and let's go ahead and fold it in half. And then we're going to take our insert piece and we're going to go ahead and adhere it so that we can set that part aside for now. All right. Put that there, and then we're going to move that just a little bit. We're going to take and adhere this piece here. Now I went ahead and embossed this one beforehand. I'm not sure why I didn't emboss the other piece, but this is using the distress tile. I really like that one. It's probably one of my favorite embossing folders. And we're going to move slowly with our seal. And then we're going to attach it to our gold foil. I'm going to add 2 more lines there. All right, and then we're going to adhere to this piece here. I have to concentrate to get it on there. I think it's still a little crooked, but it'll be all right. That I'm good with. All right, then we are going to take this little window. We're going to pop it up with dimensionals. And we're going to do 1, 2, and 3, and then 1 and 2, and then let's do some cutting so we can use these edges here. And when I cut them, I just go ahead and cut all the way around so I don't have to come back later and recut. But use those edges. These make great pieces for your sentiments and that kind of stuff as well. Okay. So then we're going to do there and there, and then we're going to take one and just stick it in the center there. All right. We're going to take and pop up this here, and we're going to come a little further down. So it's not going to be like dead center. You're going to have more room up top, which is fine because, you know, your windows don't go all the way up to the top of your ceilings. They're typically lower or center wall. So we're going to do this one as a little lower, almost like a door frame. Okay. And then we've got these 2 pieces here, and we're going to put one up this way, and then we're going to do the other one down here. We're going to put this one on first. So we're just going to attach here like that, and then we're going to attach this one. And we're going to make sure the berries are on the outside because we really kind of want to see that red. All right, so we're going to go right about here. And it can hang off the side just a little bit. You want to make sure that you don't hang it off too far because otherwise then it'll go over the sides of your card base. All right, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to take and attach our cardinal. We are going to grab some dimensionals. We're going to do a little popping up again. All right, so we're going to stick that there, and that one there, and then that one there. All right, and you can even add it on to your tail if you want to. And we're going to attach here. I feel like it's, there we go. All right. Now we are going to do Joy on to a piece of black cardstock. These are from the mini alphabet die, and I just cut it out twice so that, and you can see I didn't even cut out that one properly, but I cut it out twice so I could have the words for both cards. And then I saved the rest of it in those little baggies. Now, one thing I'm going to do is, because I want to make sure that I get the letters straight, I have this that I use for my scrapbooking. And so I'm just going to grab in this and we're going to line it up. And this is just going to allow me to kind of keep it straight. And of course, I'm not going to do very well here because there we go. You know what? Let's do, let me see if I can do the opposite side. Nope. It's got an indentation here because it's used to being on longer, but let me use my little one. Let's see. I just use my little ruler here. You could use your grid paper too if you wanted. I'm gonna make sure I've got it straight. I don't think that's gonna work for me either, but it's gonna be all right. We're gonna make this work. I just wanna make sure that I'm lining them up straight. And if I make sure that's in line and that's in line, we should be good. All right, so now we're gonna take our our Y. We're gonna start with Y. And we're gonna just stick it right down here. Line it up there. I'm gonna need to move it down just a touch. All right. Make sure it's straight. Then we're gonna do our O. I know there's got to be an easier way. I did it with a large piece of cardstock when I did my sample. So, all right, and then we'll do O. O is there. And then our J. Is right to there. Okay. And I think that is not going to work. Let's move them up a little bit. Maybe I should have just put the Y on first and then go from there. Okay, that'll work. Sometimes it's trial and error. Trial and error. If it's not perfectly straight too, don't kick yourself, because you know what? It is a handmade card, and handmade cards are the best, no matter what. Okay, we're going to go with that. And then I'm going to have to find a different thing to use to help with those little pieces like that. All right, we're going to flag the end. And we're going to make it into a banner there. And then we're going to trim off this whole section down here. So I'm just going to grab my little cutter. Yep. As I knock other stuff down. All right, so then we're going to stick this in and we're going to get it right about there and trim it off. And then there is our sentiment for this card. We are then going to take it and we're going to pop it up right here. So we're going to put a little bit of adhesive just here in the corner. And then we're going to take our dimensionals and pop them up on there. And then we're going to stick it right here. So, and it's going to hang off just a little bit. Okay. Now we will stick this onto our card front. So we're just going to use our seal to do that. And we'll stick this to our card front like that. Make sure I've got it straight. And ta-da. All right, let's add our embellishment and then we are done with all 3 cards. This one did not take very long. Now these I just tend to pick off and put put onto our card. Just like this. So we're going to put that one there, and then we'll put this one here. All right, so there is card number 3. All right, let me bring all the cards back in. So we've got 1, and I'm going to move that. So we've got 1, and then we've got 2, and we've got 3. All right, there we go. So thank you for joining me tonight. I am appreciative for all of you who did. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, go to my blog, which is, or it's just my website, and it is www.simplyelizabethcrafts.com. You can go on there and get all of the measurements and the products that are used. And then if you still have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. And I will see you guys next week. Thanks again for joining. Bye.